Good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening of Monday, and this is the 12th of May, 2025. And boy, did gold take it on the chin today. You're back down into the 32, 38 level. Market was down $100 an ounce today. What happened? Well, simply put, going into the weekend, we knew that China and the U.S. were going to meet. And we knew that the event was, could they reach any type of a deal? We were hoping, number one, the meeting wouldn't last just 2 hours and everybody walks out of the room. It ended up lasting 2 full days. And at the end of the meeting, it boils down to the U.S. has gone back to a 10% tariff on China, a 20% tax basically on fentanyl. If the Chinese government can stop fentanyl from coming to North America, not the United States, North America, because we get it across both borders and in the U.S. directly. So North America, the 20% can be removed, and what you're left with is a 10% tariff on China. This is not what anybody thought was going to happen at this meeting. In fact, I was of the opinion you'd be lucky to get to 50, 60%. I always thought that the 80% that Trump threw out was a negotiating tool to give Besant more leeway. But the meeting obviously went well. The fentanyl I knew would be an issue, and you should have, when you heard that the head of national security for China was going. Well, why was he going to a trade meeting unless it was fentanyl? And that was the easy part of it. Now the rest of it's the hard thing. So what did you do? You wake up today, and we didn't know when this would happen exactly because they're in Geneva. They want to make a joint statement, and they did. Obviously, you're going to hear a lot of talk about who won, who did this. Who cares? All right, the reality is we started the trade war. We toned it down. That simple. Did we accomplish anything? I don't know. We certainly are going to get companies looking very hard at moving to America because the 10% tariff, if it's staying on China, it's staying on everybody else. That's the beginning. But now the president get rougher on some of the negotiations. The guideposts are up. Everybody saw from the UK deal. All right, what does that have to do with the dollar? First, the dollar went up 143 points. You came down sharp in the euro currency. Now, today is going to be Tuesday. This is Tuesday trade already. I know I'm talking to you on Monday, but you're in the Tuesday trade. Just keep in the back of your mind that the word Tuesday reversals often happen after very large moves. Do they have to? No. Am I a bottom or a top picker, or should you be? No. But the market could do that at any point. Energy markets got a solid bid because this helps China. Their factory gate numbers are going to go back up. You can watch the ships. They're going to come flying into the United States, especially, remember all that talk? You have to buy the toys before June to get them into the United States in time for the kids. Well, the kids are going to get their toys. All right. The bonds and notes. This was actually bearish for futures, bullish on yields. It certainly takes the Fed and makes them look bright at not doing anything, even with the goading of the president. Why? Because things, as they said, you've got to see where things settle in, and we don't know that yet. So when we look at the gold chart, you can see how the market broke back down. All right. When we come over to the to the daily chart, you can see that these lows have been coming in, and we have a pattern of a higher high and a lower low from back here. This low hasn't taken out that one yet. All right? So a trend is normally made up of higher highs, higher lows, or lower highs, lower lows. When you get this, you're not trending. You just had a swing up. You didn't go up for those highs, and we talked about that last week. Not that I was picking the top in the market, but I thought that the fourth price count was a problem for the market near the 3,500 level. It's now had 2 times at it, and it's proven itself to be the case. Prices are under, and they have stayed under now for, you've had your day Thursday, then Friday you slipped over it, today back under it. So you have downside bias since you're under the 18-day average of closes. You have no trend. And when you look at the next chart, the Bollinger Bands, you can see that you hit from top to bottom in 1 week, which is unusual to say the least, and you've quickly become oversold in the market. Do I think the pros were ready for this type of break? No. I think people were buying, because that's what the press has been doing. This is the greatest thing. The gold ads are running everywhere. But the market, in reality, has gone from roughly 34.5 back to the 3,200 level, and that's a pretty good break in 4 business days. When we look at the gold-silver ratio, silver is gaining on gold now. You're back under the 18-day moving average of closes. Each time it goes down, you need less silver to get 1 ounce of gold. When you come to the silver chart, it never did get to its upper Bollinger Band like gold did. It got stuck here at the 18-day average and the 100. It was back and forth. Remember, we were talking about that. And today the market collapsed and went down. And when I say collapsed, let me just show you the range. Maybe that will help you a little bit here. Here we go. It went down $1.20 from its early highs on Sunday night. That's a big break in any situation. And where it went to the 200-day average, this gray line right here, and the Bollinger Band, 32.17, 32.0780. You got down, as I showed you, to the, what was yesterday's, let me come over here, low, just so you can see it one more time. I didn't memorize it, 32.04.5, and it stopped, as it so often does when those things happen. In the copper market, I'm pretty upset with copper. Wouldn't you be? Here for China, U.S. trade's opening, and copper's not jumping in price. Something's not right. I don't know what it is. It's not what I do. I'm a chartist. And as a chartist, I see lower highs, lower lows. I see a downtrend where market's trying to find support between the Bollinger Band, the 200-day average, and the 100-day average, with resistance of the 18-day. I see no setup to get bullish from, and I see setups here with market being oversold or knocking on the door of it. Any reading under 30 is oversold, that it could inspire short selling if it doesn't get oversold. Back up on a test of 475, which is 13 cents higher. It's not a hop, skip, and a jump. In the platinum market, this held the first break, especially on the weekly charts. And it's trying to hold that 18-week average again. So the metal markets are interesting as can be. Gold, the market that people were running to for the safety, came sliding down. But most of the other charts in gold, in the silver, the copper, the platinum, they are not in trouble. In the dollar, the market got beaten up. Do you remember my special report, if you watched it, on the dollar index? I said the 9,800 level was a 4th price count. You rarely hit a 4th price count. I mean, really rarely. The 5th is insane. It's so rare that you hit it, and that would have been towards the 88 level. So to get a bounce like this from it, to be expected. It's not out of the woods yet. But we'll see what happens here. Could there be more of a rally? Of course. You were down so much, you're unwinding this. Would I ever tell you to buy long over a Bollinger Band? 0 times. Not going to happen. So you put it all together. You've got things to talk about. In terms of news tomorrow, keep in the back of your mind, National Federation of Independent Business. They're going to come out at 5 in the morning. Last month's reading was 94.7. We do get the important CPI number. That's going to come out at 7:30 in the morning. At 7:55, we're going to get the Red Book sales. They've been stellar, running 6.5%, near 7%. And the API numbers are going to come out at 3:30. Now, you might say, how important is the CPI? Since it's a backward-looking number and 2 trade deals have been made, I give it, at the best, on a scale of 1 to 5, a 5. I don't think it's going to be that important. I think the market will look over that and the PPI that's going to come out on Thursday just because of what I said there. So we'll see where this all plays out. Want to remind you that this is our Mother's Day week, and I want to wish all the moms out there happy Mother's Week. As you can say, for this sale, I'm giving 1/3 off my research. So 3 months for the price of 2. So I think you'll find that interesting. And you know, I was thinking about it. If you follow me for 90 days, 90, that gives me a fair shot to prove myself. Trying to get a 2-week trial, do you really see that much? You see the flavor of it. We've done away with 1 month introductory pricing. It's not going to exist anymore. So this is the best you're going to get from us, these type of sales from time to time. I would take advantage of it if you want to subscribe. It's any of our packages work that way. And of course, we also offer yearly packages as well. In the meantime, I'm Ira Epstein. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you all in the other videos tonight, as well as the morning video, the morning flash when I do that. Hope you subscribe, then you get me in the subscriber videos at 6 in the morning for those, for the futures, 9 in the morning, these are Central Time, for the Stock Spider ETF. Take care.